What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. And you feel me? This happened last night, this game. Or should I say early, very early this morning. It was about 3 o'clock, about 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just chilling. I'm listening to my music, talking to my dog, you feel me, in the party. Of course, I had to cut out all the audio, blah, 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 on that. But you feel me? I'm just chilling. It's a normal night. This is my last game before I'm getting ready. And I run into a dude that was just like, he was trash talking. No, it's not like we got our mics and everything, because of course I'm in the party with my dog and everything. But first play, they're kind of just like I always do. I always run the ball, okay. And I'm just chilling. But I don't know what ended up happening. Y'all gonna see at the very end of this video. I don't know what happened with this dude, but just I came out on all cylinders, of course. I ended up running the ball, and if a dude, this is my motto, if a dude this play right here, if he don't know how to guard it, I'm going to use it the whole rest of the game, just like that. Second play in, Julio Jones to the house. That's a touchdown. I'm up 6-zip on him. Feel me? I wasn't thinking much of it. I was just cooling, you feel me? It was regular night. I thought I ended up missing this because I had got it way too far out. But yeah, I was just chilling. Feel me? 7-zip, about 40 seconds into the first quarter. And I'm using Tennessee Titans up against Baltimore. Of course, Baltimore's going to have Lamar Jackson. He's going to be able to scramble. He can be able to throw, all that. But as the game just went on and on, it just felt like, oh, okay, just, you feel me? It just felt like a regular game to me of me just playing the game I really love. Because other than this game, I only really play 2K. I have 2K videos coming out right when it drops. I believe on the 10th it does. I'm gonna be on the PS4, so if any of my subscribers, any of the viewers ever want to play, just you feel me, hit me up. I'm always down to run with new people. It don't matter if you 60 overall type thing. I'll still run with you. It does not matter. But you see, he ends up flipping the play to the other side. He loved to throw that same pass. He loved to throw that same pass to the tight end this whole game. He ends up looking. He goes to the running back. That should have been mine. That should have been mine. Possibly to the crib. Maybe a few more yards, but that should have been mine. That should have been the end of the possession right then and there. But my linebacker just, I, I got real. Just once that ball was going to me, first instinct was just I'm already taking off with the ball. I wasn't even thinking about catching it. They ends up running the ball with J.K. Dobbins for a good amount of yards. You feel me? This is right before the update that happened when they put all the players that are injured, actually putting them injured. Um, I'm guessing that patch will probably come out around Thursday or so. This probably gonna end up taking some of the players that are injured out, just like they always do every year. But you feel me? He just like to run these kind of formations and everything. I'm like, alright, cool. I'm trying to think of every other play I could be able to do to stop this. But at this point, I'm just chilling. I'm up 7-0. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. He throws a nice pass right through the middle to Mark Andrews. Like I said, he loved doing this hurry up. He loved doing the hurry up, keeping me on my toes, everything like that. He loved throwing that ball right to his linebacker. I don't know what I ended up clicking to put my guys on the defensive line all the way out like that, but that really wasn't supposed to be how that was supposed to happen. I don't remember what I ended up clicking. But again, he goes up in the hurry up offense. I'm like, I bet he wants to play fast pace on me, so I ended up slowing this shit down. And as you see, he ends up hiking the ball. He throws it again over to his tight end. That's 3 times. All 3 of his passes that he's thrown to that have been completed has been to his tight end. And the one pass that he tried to throw to his running back should have been picked. Should have been to the house. Basically, just should have been gone. As you see, he ends up doing that. Of course, he goes out of bounds. No hurry up offense really up on the thing. Trying to get some other plays in. He ends up running right up the middle of J.K. Dobbins. Once I ended up finding out that he kept trying to run the ball and kept doing the same type of thing that I was trying to do, with the spam, the thing that got me kind of aggravated from the rip right there is he was just only throwing it to his tight end. Once you end up showing me on your offensive possession, of course, I'm going to go back to that PA cross shot the whole rest of the game. The whole rest of the game, I'm basically going to go right back to that play. Because just like I really couldn't be able to stop it too much, he couldn't be able to stop my play. So I'm going to keep on ended up going up on it. You feel me? As you see, he ends up hiking the ball again. Ends up doing a wrestle with the running back. J.K. Dobbins breaks off a few tackles, gets a gain of 6 yards. I'm so very surprised he did not do a hurry up offense right there on me. As you see, I'm making sure that I end up having my cornerbacks just in case he tries to throw another pick towards me. That if he ends up throwing another pick towards me, that my guys are actually ready and would actually catch the ball. He ends up hiking it. I immediately know exactly what he's about to do. I go right to the guy that dropped to Brown that was supposed to end up driving. You feel me? I end up fencing the D line. Only got 3. Once I end up seeing him do that again, I hit him with my user and number 48 right there helped me out there with that tackle because I believe they would have had me. They would have had him get the first down. Nah, we not over here doing that. No. As you end up seeing, I'm sitting there doing all these type of plays. End up running the ball right here with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry just runs for about 4 or 5 yards. And it was a little small gain. I'm like, I gotta do some other play other than this for me to be able, you feel me, to actually run the ball. Because at this point, it's just like, really? So I end up running. He breaks off the tackle right away. Go right past his user. I'm going, I really wish I could have got to be able to do the stiff arm like he did to Josh Norman back in that Buffalo game. I was thinking about that head on head, but it didn't give me the animation, or I could have possibly ran into him but tried to truck him at the time, but it probably wouldn't have worked either. So now, right after I ended up stopped doing the H3 dive, I did an H3 stretch with him. I'm already immediately knowing exactly what I got to do against him almost for the rest of this game. Because once the H3 dive only got me 2 carries for 7 yards, right? That right there basically just got me, 40, 45 yards? Ended up running the ball right here, go right back. I tried to go around. I believe that's A.J. Brown right there that was trying to block for me. But that didn't end up working out the way I really wish it would. I had to hit him with the old special. This play right here, everybody used to run. Some people still do use it, but it's kind of looked down upon now if you end up still using it. It's the HB screen. This play it just do just like that. I end up throwing the ball. He ends up going and he tackles me. I only get a few yards. I'm like, alright. Since he's ended up stopping this, I'm my PA cross shot because I could have went to the HB stretch. But I'm like, nah. Derrick Henry done got the ball a few times. He ends up getting a little bit of a hint of it that's coming his way. I tried to tiptoe my way into the end zone. He ends up stepping out. At this point, I'm already at 150 yards in the second quarter. I'm doing real good on yards. He gets the ball after halftime. So I just got to be able to make sure that I go by at least about 2 scores, maybe 3 scores right before halftime for me to be able to. I'm at his 7-yard line now with 3 minutes left to go. I end up acting like I'm about to get ready to throw the ball. He doesn't really fall for it too much. I ended up running only for about a good 5 yards, not too much. So as soon as I end up seeing the HB dive is not doing nothing, I don't believe I ran that play any more times for the rest of the game. I don't believe I did. But the HB stretch, end up running that right again, and just Derrick Henry does what Derrick Henry does best. He trusts people. He gets people out the way That's why, in my opinion, he's the best running back in the league. But I don't know who that was that he ran over, but just he ran him over like he was nothing, and then in for a touchdown. Up 13-0, second quarter. This so far right here is just like, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm up 14-0. Of course, again, not thinking nothing of it, not thinking anything of it at this point. I'm just enjoying my night, getting ready to hop off. You feel me? Just cooling. Up 14-0. But in this dude, and then at this point, I don't know what happened. I had a little bit of a lag spike right there in the middle of that kick. I believe that kick right there, and then one of the other plays later on, I'm gonna end up having a lag spike for like a play where I couldn't be able to move my linebacker. But other than that, it was just really nothing at that point. So he ends up picking this play. And instantly, I already know either he's about to hand this ball off or he about to run with Lamar Jackson. And he ends up running it with Lamar, but it's going to cost him a fumble in return. At this point, I'm thinking he's leaving the game. Because usually once people end up getting ready, basically about to get ready to go down 21-0, or potentially that right before halftime, I'm thinking he's getting ready to leave the game. But nah, he ends up sticking it out, ends up running again. The HB stretch with Derrick Henry just go right past him. His user try to do that same exact thing again. I get real cocky with it. End up celebrating right in front of two of his players' faces. Score a touchdown immediately. Once I end up going up there, I ended up going for two. I ended up doing the PA cross shot. I ended up getting it, of course, because it's 22-0. It's third quarter now. After all that, after I started celebrating, this dude got so much motivation now. After I ended up doing it in front of his, I was hoping my dude would have been able to jump, but of course, just like always, I tried to do the thing where I'm just gonna run, and then I tried to click off of him right when I ran, like right when I showed my guy running away, but it didn't click off him for the tackle or anything like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. He scored a touchdown. You feel me? Just this is whatever, cause he's down 22-6. He still got way much more to score on everything than, you feel me? So I'm just chilling. I end up doing the thing. He basically the whole rest of the time either ran gun bunch or five wide. And I'm thinking the whole way, I'm just thinking he's gonna run it straight up the middle. So he ends up not throwing it right up the middle. He ends up looking around. He throws it. My linebacker, of course, I didn't get there in time, and I didn't be able to smack the ball down or anything like that. He ends up getting it. He kind of ends up doing the celebration. 22-8. It's the third quarter. Third quarter just started. I'm just chilling. Now here comes up on the kickoff. He just, instead of doing that, that's also how I knew. He kept trying to tell me that he was a sweat at the game, and he was trying to learn the new teams. I'm like, okay, I get that. But there's something at the end of this video I'm gonna end up showing y'all that just made me. I was laughing so hard when I ended up seeing this one thing. End up running the ball though. That Henry still again. HB not working. I'm over 100 yards with two touchdowns. So I'm just chilling with the time at this point. I'm just chilling with the time at this point. I'm waiting for him. He was taking forever on the defensive plays. I don't know what he was doing, but he was taking forever to be able to pick a defensive play. Like, my boy, like, we not playing mutt at this point. We not, like, you not doing the pay for the cards or, you feel me, just no money spent type thing. Like, we just playing late at night, just chilling, playing Madden. It's 22 days you down already. Look at it again. Once a person kind of ends up taking a minute like this to be able to, yeah, instantly know he be just trying his hard to win the game, which is respectable. But as soon as I end up sitting here hiking the ball, I try to look at Derrick Henry. His user comes across Derrick Henry, and the ball just does not go my way. So, of course, I'm going to go with the PA cross shot because he ends up doing that gun bunch and all that other stuff. So I'm going to end up hitting him with my plays. the HB stress and everything. I basically got him stuck. He ends up thinking he's gonna get it, but no. Julio Jones all the way to the house. I'm at this point. I'm just like I'm quiet in the crowd. I tell the I tell the crowd just to be quiet for a second. You feel me? Cause that crowd was just no. So I'm up 28-8. At this point, I'm thinking he's leaving the game because he's basically down. I'm gonna go for two. I'm gonna throw it right to Julio Jones, just as like before. And it's not like I'm just throwing the ball the whole entire time, kind of making it boring. I'm running the ball. I have over 100 yards rushing with Derrick Henry and 2 touchdowns, and I have also passing. I'm basically passing over 200 yards as well. So basically, almost in all, this dude could not be able to stop my offense at all. He couldn't. The way I was running, especially when I got Derrick Henry, you got with worrying about this team again. He's gonna go to 5 wide. But again, with Derrick Henry, you're gonna have to end up just you end up having to worry about the running game and the passing game. So he ends up running the 5 wide. He's sitting there. He's thinking he's gonna be able to have that route open again. Instead, he throws it right then to J.K. Dobbins, breaks off a few tackles, ends up running. I'm like, all right. But he just loved at the end of the second half right here to go 5 wide. So I'm chilling. This was another play he liked to do. He liked to run this in this formation. Usually this formation right here sends the wide receivers deep. Instead, he was coming out doing that. He got hit in his mouth. And he did not like that at all because he ended up hurting him. I don't know. I was trying to make my adjustments. I hit the wrong button. It was taking me forever at that point to try to get out of it. He ends up hiking the ball. I tried to end up intercepting the ball again. Does not let me intercept the ball. So he ends up running over my dude. You feel me? Ends up going all the way down to the 1. It's 30-8 in the third quarter with 1:55 left in the third quarter. So of course he ends up running it just as I thought what play he was gonna run. He's gonna end up sitting there. He's gonna end up flipping the play around, run a QB sneak right in there for a touchdown for Lamar Jackson. And I'm like, alright, that's cool. Again, on a 2 point conversion, he tries to end up doing another 5 wide. So at this point, I'm ended up trying to adjust. Accidentally go into the one thing. He throws it to the wrong person. He throws it to Caleb Farley. I go right past Lamar. I could have went the opposite way right again, but I believe that's Hollywood Brown that ended up catching me as I'm trying to return it all the way back. I think if I would have ended up going all the way to the right again, I could have returned it for 2 more, but I was just thinking at that point, just nobody's going to be able to catch me if I end up just running all the way out there until Marquise Brown ended up catching me. So it's 30-14 with 1:50 third quarter. We just vibing. At this point, I'm basically just gonna. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna basically run the whole of the plays I'm about to run. End up hiking the ball. He ends up sending the dude right after me. I get sacked immediately. He played that defense completely well. He ended up blitzing Marlon Humphrey. Um, but he played that really well. Makes it a 2nd and 21. You know what I mean? So I'm alright, cool. He ends up running that. I ended up running again up on the HB dive. I was hoping I probably could have tried to look around for a stretch play, but I'm like, nah. I only get about a gain of 4. So at this point, of course, I'm thinking either HB dive again to try to waste a little bit more time, or I'm thinking about actually running my play. But you feel me? I seen the little star thing right there next to Julio Jones. I hiked the ball. I could have, if I wanted to, I could have been able to throw it to somebody else on the other side of the field. Ended up completing it. I just said, just bump it. I'm just gonna end up throwing it right in between the defenders. Hopefully, out of it. Um, as soon as the time ends up ticking down, I'm gonna end up wasting it all the way to the fourth quarter. Put them foes up, man. Fourth quarter time. This right here where the legends are made right here. You either gonna win the game or you not. At this point, he down 16. It's 5 minutes left. A whole 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. A whole five. And then, of course, I'll run my play on the opposite. He gets stuck basically on the D line. He's trying to end up running right there. Julio Jones catches it. He hits me hard as hell with Marcus Peters. And at that point, he knew it was wraps. He said, I am out of here. I am gone. So, of course, I'm like, all right, cool. But this is the thing that got me. We chilling. And the dude ends up starting to tell me that he want to play me for money. But then, I'm like, all right, cool. Basically, I'm ended up talking to him like, I'm basically talking to him like, hey, man, I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. And the dude started messaging me saying, I'm not good at the game, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to tell him I'm going to run it. I'm down to run another game. I'm down to run a whole nother game. And the dude just was not having it, basically. So I ended up sending him an invite. And he messages me, and I said, how much you trying to put on it? And he's like, oh, man, he was trying to brag like he got all the money in the world, you feel me? But once he ends up saying, oh, he got all the money in the world, this man gonna say, he brings up the same exact excuse that he faking. He pump faking on the thing. He tells me, I'm a pro ball player. He's trying to say, I'm a pro ball player. So, of course, being as a person, I'm going to ask who he is. Like, who are you as a pro ball player? You feel me? This dude gonna start doing this, the yawning, the little yawning emoji. He did that. I asked him 3 times. And then I sent him an invite. I waited in that thing for 15 minutes while he was still typing me. He was still typing me. And I sent him no, I sent him 2 invites while he was after the conversation ended and like while the conversation was keep on going. That dude just I don't know what I'm just chilling, man. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We vibe. And this dude gonna end up trying to say he a pro ball player. He got all this and all this kind of money. Like, bro, who really cares at this point? I'm just trying to have a time playing Madden. But yeah, I'm gonna be back again with another video soon. Um, I'll probably be back again with the weekend league stuff or the solo battles. Cause I believe at the time of this recording, I was in the top 100 in solo battles. I think it was like in 80 somewhere. It may have changed by now, but I might end up making another solo battles video of how to potentially get in the top 100 and what's the mechanics need to do. But if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all have a good night, day, morning, whichever it is, whenever you watch the video. And I'm out till next time.